Hello, lovelies. It's your girl Jackie from AFRICUNIA TV, and you know how to go now. Today is Uncensored. We give it to you raw and unedited. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. And today I have with me
Rosie B, as always. Yes.
I have a wonderful, popping, melanin man here with us. So please introduce yourself.
I'm Fishy Razo.
Fishy Razo.
Thank you so much.
Fishy Razo. That name sounds very, very unique. So what's Fishy Razo all about?
I'm an Afro hip hop artist. Yeah, but Fishy Razo just come from my name. My name is Oluwani Fishy. So I just get Fishy from that.
Oh, Fishy.
Yeah, that's Fishy.
Fishy Razo. Okay, Fishy Razo. We actually want to talk about relationships and mistakes that people make whenever they are going into a relationship. So first of all, before I start with my own point, because me, I don't go great for person. What do you think the mistake is that people make?
Well, it varies, considering the fact that different people are coming from different backgrounds. So you always find yourself at a point where, I just believe there's a lot of selfishness in it. Everybody needs some help, Even looking for love means you need some help.
So looking for love means you need some help. That means if you are not in love, meaning you are like helpless. I don't get, do you need to need help for you to be in love?
Well, to an extent, majority of people depend on love to get a lot of stability in life.
So without love, you're not stable?
A lot of people, not everybody.
That was good. Okay, well,
people with their different perceptions.
The first mistake that I'm going to talk about, this thing has happened to me before. That's why I'm going to that's going to be my number one, because it has happened to me.
No, wait, is that why it's your number one? Because it has happened to you before.
Yes, I'm going to be really biased right now.
Okay.
And that's entering a relationship with the mindset that you want to marry that person.
Ah, Jesus. So you, as a girl, and I feel actually, it has happened to me before. Because as long as you're a girl, I feel 80% of girls has that mindset.
Yeah, I think that's a girl thing.
It's a girl thing.
Yeah.
So as a guy, you're entering a relationship with the mindset of just having to strap her and move on. What's the mindset of guys?
For majority of guys, that kind of happens when you're kind of older. You start having those serious mindsets, but not a lot of people have those mindsets at a young stage. So
if I'm like a teenager and I want to date a teenager guy, so the mindset he has is that he's just going to strap me and he's going on his own.
No, that's
so as a teenager, if I was to be a teenager, I should look for older men that are not teenagers so that they would have the mindset of wanting to marry me. So I'm not going to be hurt.
A teenager will not want to get married. But most teenagers will not want to get married. But the important thing is when you're in love, you think that's it. Like if you're actually in love, you think that's the person. So even teenagers think that's my partner. You think this person will get married. They're so in love and crazy. But life teaches you that those teenage things don't really work out. Has it ever happened to you when you were a teenager? Did you ever maybe the person you dated, you thought you were going to marry?
Actually, there's no teenagers. There's no
all teenagers.
I think
some guys are emotionless. So
no, a guy that is emotionless as a teenager, no, that's something.
A lot of people, you're kind of too young to start being so selfish at that point. You actually give yourself up. Most times.
Okay, another one I actually want to talk about is expectations. Expectations, they really hurt in a relationship. Let me even say, when you're dating someone and you expect them to be very caring and they're giving you these nonchalant vibes. This I don't care. I feel like it's guys. Guys generally they give I don't care characters. They give hard guy characters.
Let Fishy talk about that. He's the guy here. So Fishy, is it true? She said guys give their I don't care character.
Yeah,
so how true is that?
You cannot even run away from that one because it's very, very true.
Sincerely, I'll just talk for myself. But trust me, what I'll just say is, if you're getting that kind of a vibe from a guy, he's acting like he doesn't care constantly, and he doesn't really care, man. That's just it.
Constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
When you say constantly, does it mean once in a while, once in a week, once in 2 weeks, once in a month?
Yeah, exactly.
All the
constantly,
time.
Almost all the time. You have a problem, maybe you're having a fight and he just keeps himself for a couple of days. That's understandable.
Speaking of fights, you know there are some guys that they do this silent treatment thing, bah? So how long should the silent treatment last in a relationship? From the guy, should it be 2-4 days or 1 week or just maybe 2 hours, 3 hours? Because some people they prolong it.
I don't understand what you mean by silent treatment. It means you don't want to talk to your partner.
No, maybe when you and your partner have a quarrel or you guys fight.
Talk about it, but if actually goes to the silent treatment thing, trust me, it's not always the best. So most times, it's always the beginning of the end.
Wow.
If it keeps happening like too often.
The beginning of the end.
Yeah, the beginning of the end. There's always the beginning of the end.
Oh, wow, I'm hearing different things from Fishy today. Okay.
Like it's happening too often. Like 3 days off, 5 days off, not talking. 1 week off, not talking. Trust me.
Some guys actually think that doing that thing is actually making the girl. I mean, yeah, the girl will be pained at some point.
Yeah.
But in the long run, she's just going to end up being used to not talking to the guy.
That's where I'm going. That's the beginning of the end.
Let's just go on a break. We'll come back and talk about the next one here. Welcome back, lovelies, and don't forget to stay glued to our TV channel all the time. I actually want to talk about something.
And what's that? Let's see.
People will eat me if I say this thing because it's actually very controversial. So I say, before you get to the relationship, always have the mindset that you cannot change a person. You cannot. Like, people are who they are, no matter what you do to them. No matter how you think your love is going to manipulate their characters. When I say that, people are like, it's a lie, people change, love can change people. When you just need time, bullshit. I don't believe that thing.
No, actually, I do believe.
You believe?
Yeah, I believe people change, actually.
It's a breakfast.
Brunch.
You will say in dinner. Because if you end a relationship with the mindset that, okay, this is how he is right now. But when I love him and when he is filled up with my love, then he will start, he doesn't have any choice. He's going to start changing to a better person. You will keep fixing him like the fixer that you were born to become. You will fix and you will grow grey hair and you will not even know that you are growing grey hair.
No, people actually change, people change, but actually people change because they want to change. Okay. So you can fix him if he doesn't want to change.
Well, can I come in?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, so good. People change for real. I believe at some point or every point you're like you're a product of your past. So like right now, you're a product of everything you've been through and everything that that has happened to you and you've learned, and or that you're willing to exhibit or believe in. So at the same time, when the relationship occurs like that, or rather use the word partnership, it's called partners as well. I feel that if you meet the right person, in the first instance, it's all about trying to help the other individual to become a better person. So like you walk into somebody, you're so attracted, you make your passes and all that, and probably you start a friendship, and you discover that you actually love this person so much, and you want to keep it going. That's how it's supposed to be. But after that whole vibe and everything, it gets to the point where it becomes a partnership. Like you wake up to this person, the whole the euphoria of meeting somebody new is over, and now you have to actually deal with who's this person, how are they of any value to my life, because there has to be value. There has to be value from each individuals in the relationship. So if you actually discover that, but one thing I'll like to say that there are actually people that are better than others. Like everybody says that I'm good, I'm okay, I'm all that, but a lot of people, some other people have put in a lot of time into being a better person, and they've learned that they're actually better people. So that's why sometimes when people like break up in a relationship, they're like, I miss my ex, she was really a good person, or he was really a good person, because they actually learned that person is actually a good person. So people can actually help you change. People can actually help you change.
Bro.
I really don't know what to say.
Because at the end of the day, it's just the people that you meet. It's just the kind of people that you meet. Maybe the kind of people I meet are just good.
I'm actually with Fishy though, because I actually believe people change.
It's always the expectations.
Exactly.
Then
I actually believe people change.
You always have to, you need to be in charge of people that you meet sometimes.
When you say that expectation
thing,
true, sure. I'm always like, am I supposed to table down my expectations? Like, maybe before I even date you, I'll be like, okay, this is what I want. I want you to be this kind of person. I want you to communicate with me like this. Am I supposed to lay my expectations down before we start the relationship? Would it sound like I'm being demanding even before we end? Exactly, that's the thing.
Yeah, but most times stuff like that, you don't really talk about it. To my understanding.
Just allow it happen.
You don't.
You need to try and understand the person.
Okay.
Although in many occasions you need to communicate, like come out and talk and say this is what I don't like, this is what I like, and stuff like that. But in other instances, some people don't really have a problem with just talking. They just don't want to talk. Some people like that.
I actually feel you need to, when it comes to expectation, I feel you need to talk about it. You need to communicate with your partner and say, yes, you sound demanding, definitely, but it is what you want.
Yeah, but
him too, we say
that thing comes up along the line. It shouldn't be in the first.
No, it shouldn't be.
Trimester of the relationship.
No, it shouldn't be the
Speaking of which, there's this thing I actually saw. There's this meme I saw. That red flags in relationship. I'm actually not trying to divert, but I just want to like chip it in real quick.
Yeah.
That when someone says I love you, just maybe like the second or first week of knowing them, they start saying I love you. It's like a really, really big red flag. Like, what do you think? I love, because I've met someone that we just met. We didn't even like. We just met and we started flowing and I started growing attached. I started liking the. I didn't say I love you the more. I put on my mind, okay, I like you. No, this is it. And so just like 2 weeks into the person. So I don't feel like telling people your mind, like confessing your emotions, maybe first week, second, it's not a red flag to me. I don't know. Everybody has a perspective though, but that's what I think.
Yeah, well, you have something to say.
I don't think it's actually
a red flag.
No, I don't think it's actually a red flag, but actually this is actually relative. Some people actually feel, okay, the first week or second week in the relationship, we need to get to know each other first and see if we really do like each other and all that. So say I love you in the first week or second week, I feel like, okay, am I the one you've been waiting for? Like, do you even know what you want? Say again. Yeah, so people, exactly. So people even ask that question like.
It could be a red flag because, you know, can't imagine somebody that's trying to get married and you walk into somebody and in 2 weeks you're like, I love you. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, but you're just wondering like, how many times do I have to hear this again? You know, so like that's the problem. If it comes too early, you're a little skeptical. If it comes too late, you think
they don't even like
you. Fine, this person is not serious.
Desperate. Like, so what are you thinking about this one? I need to come when they start telling me you love me. Stuff like that. So it's just the perfect timing. But what I'll just say is most people should actually work on being the best version of themselves. So in that relationship, you'll be able to stand your footing strong and be able to be in charge of these things I'm talking about. So you will not be vulnerable. Yeah, avoid being vulnerable.
Vulnerability is key to relationship.
Yeah, that's it.
You need to be vulnerable. You're saying don't be. Me, I'm saying be. Okay, be vulnerable, but don't lose yourself into that vulnerability. Be vulnerable because that's what you need.
Well, what let's say.
No, I don't think. I don't think you should be. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think. I'm actually with Fishy this time again.
Wait,
I don't think
wait.
Okay. What happened?
I want us to go on a break. When we come back, we'll talk about this.
Okay. When we come back, let's come back.
Now, welcome, Mo.
Yes, so.
As in different languages. So we're talking about vulnerability before we went on the break. Yeah. So you were saying something. I'm listening.
Yeah, I actually said you shouldn't be. Don't be vulnerable in a relationship. Don't. Just I don't know how to put it.
Like, what do you understand by the term being vulnerable in a relationship?
To be actually being vulnerable in a relationship is showing someone your weak point. I don't think you can show your partner your weak point and all that, but it shouldn't be to the extent that your partner is now able to control that weak point.
Oh, wow.
You understand? So I feel that's vulnerability to me.
Well, like I mentioned
I don't know,
earlier,
to me,
like what I said earlier is sometimes, like, okay, in general terms, to my own understanding, I just believe, you know, most times people are always selfish when it comes to relationships. Like humans are naturally selfish. You know, you choose yourself in the first place was why you give yourself out. Because, you know, you really can't live this life all by yourself. So you need somebody. So that being stated, being vulnerable now, you actually need to understand certain weaknesses. I wouldn't be with somebody that I can't control to an extent. You know, I need to know that if I do this, you're gonna feel bad about it. And I need to know that you also need to know that if you do this, I'm gonna feel bad about it. Or it's gonna affect me in some ways. That means I've been open enough to the point that you know me that much. And you're that much in control. So you actually need to open yourself up and give out some control. But in that instance, being vulnerable now means that you will use that term when you're dealing with somebody that is not really having your best interest at heart.
Like a toxic person?
Yeah, so somebody that's trying to use your openness or your realness against you, puts you in a vulnerable situation. So that's the word. But in general terms of a relationship, partners need to open up. Somebody needs to be able to understand that, yes, this is what she likes. I need to be able to be in control. Because if everybody's so guarded up, I don't think there's anything going on there.
I would have normally, the normal Jakefa would have had something to say, but what he's saying is making sense.
It makes sense. It is not making sense.
I think that just settles that one. We need to be vulnerable. You need to be vulnerable.
Shit, exactly.
Open up. Let somebody break your heart. It's part of life.
Open up, but mama just break fast. Don't you have to break fast.
Don't go and meet you about the mono.
Are you Yoruba?
Yes, I am.
Now everything is making more sense.
But back to the breakfast issue now. I think I don't know. I think everybody needs to go through that at some point.
No, definitely. You will serve people.
I just feel people get worse. People don't get better really. Like you start out loving, so natural. When you're younger, you're so, you're selfless about this whole thing. You just want to love when you're 19, 20. But when you're like older, you're so calculated and guarded. So like, I just believe a lot of people there are just so guarded and they're so smart. So they don't really expect anything too spontaneous.
So let me go to one other thing that we actually left the conversation already talking about. The mistake people make when they get into
Yes.
One last thing is it last thing? I think another topic will even pop up is thinking that love is the only thing that you need. People feel like love is the main thing in a relationship. I mean, love could actually be the foundation. Love is the foundation. But the fact that you think that love is all you need to be in a relationship is, I don't know. I don't think you actually want to be in a relationship in here.
Love is not enough. Baby, come to me.
That's just a perfect
I said that money go. That one is the main thing.
But you need to get ready for the part where money is not a problem anymore. That's real life, man. Everybody get there, or majority of people get there. Like you go outside, there's a lot of money everywhere. There's houses, there's buildings, there's cars. That means there's money everywhere. So that means majority of people get to that point where money's not the problem. You get there.
You
so,
get there.
Like these songs we're singing, rich people don't sing it. They don't have time. They've been rich way too long. Like you're nothing new about the money. So now you actually come back to the issue, love. They need love.
But it's not like the only thing in a relationship. Honest, I used to think that was the only thing.
It is not even the only thing in a relationship.
Can they keep it going? Yes, they can keep it going.
Can they communicate? Are we compatible? Do we have common interests?
For me, this is how I think this whole love thing goes. Like it's like a chart. It's going up and down, and it keeps going up and down. Like in that moment, you're trying to know the person. You're trying to see, can this person communicate? Can this person understand you? Can this person? But at some point, if you get to that point where you're very sure that this person is not going to treat you right, trust me, the love will die.
Exactly.
So the love is
Especially insensitive guys.
People are very I feel love is actually what started. Like, see, it's not enough. I don't know. Let's just put it that way. It's not enough because, okay, fine, you met someone, you fell in love, you decide to get married. When you get married, do you guys think love is actually what to keep? It's actually the least.
Yeah, but we can say this not because we're older. If we're like 18, 17, we'll probably say love is enough.
Exactly.
Like what I'm saying earlier. So now we're older, we're kind of mean. You know that love is not enough. I want money.
It's not even about the
I want money.
But it's not just all about the money. There's some people that will rub that money in your face because you love them. So they will literally rub the money in your face and there's nothing you can do because they're giving you money.
Individuals are different. But as a lady too, you need to be very careful the kind of vibes you send out to guys, especially people that have money. Because
one thing, okay, talk, I'm listening.
Yeah, because sometimes guys are always they are kind of open to different relationships and different individuals. He might treat this girl nice and treat that girl bad. Trust me.
So what I wanted to say is, like, I feel like the number one thing you should look at, maybe after you probably fall in love with the person, check, is the person sensitive? Like, people are very insensitive with their words. They just like talk back. They'll just be talking like person where they don't circumcise their brain. Like,
they don't circumcise their brain. They're not circumcised.
So like I've been around a couple of like partners, and I know that the guy is very vulgar. Like he's swearing a lot, and I know that I wouldn't want my sister to be with this guy. Like he's just vulgar. He's always swearing. I don't understand how those relationships work.
Fuck shit, nigga.
Yes, or just that's even okay. Let's say that's just for the hip hop culture. Like he's really local and vulgar. Like
local champion.
Yeah, it's like swearing. So I'm wondering, like it's part of them. So that's upbringing. So that's the person. If you're okay with it, you stay. If you're not okay with it, you walk away.
You move.
Yeah, one last thing I forgot to chip in. For me, not before any other person, but if you accept, fine. I feel like physical appearance matters for me. I want to see you, let Konji be catching me. Not be the one where I go see you now. The next now not be entering my mind is now. And I start thinking of the love. Okay, even if it's not looking good, even if you
okay, wait first.
At least
wait first. So what you're actually trying to say is that apart from the love for you, the person should also be fine.
It should make sense. Someone that I'll be proud to flaunt. Someone that when I see him, my body goes grrr. Not the one that when I see him, I have to think about the love before I just start catching. You know, I want to people without the love, say my body go to move for him. He go kiss me like this. Oh baby.
Abi, I don't know what the continue stop. What if maybe something happens to the person?
Because I always look at older men when I see men in their 60s and I wonder like, are these men still attractive to their wives? They're just big head, big everything.
At that moment, that's not what we want. But for now, all of us are young, go.
So like everybody gets to that point. If you're so because I don't see that a lot of women when you ask them like what do you want from a guy, they always go to the look straight. It must be tall, it must be fine. Women most times that's the first thing.
Guys don't used to say they want bum. They don't used to say they used to say they want the heart, Abi.
I compare bum to look.
Bum is what? It's the chest, Abi. God, you see, I don't even want to talk about that one myself because guys get their own for body.
Yeah, but anyways, that's just everybody has their own let me say
I actually feel for me, I feel apart from love, actually, another thing we should actually look at in the relationship is how do you guys understand each other? That's actually very, very. I feel when time for fight and quarrel come.
Exactly.
Everything will happen and be that.
Every time you're discussing important things, trust me. You might be with somebody for 5 months. Trust me, you might not have more than 5 or 6 deep conversations. I didn't
tell you something like me like this.
Yeah. Nah, it's not a matter of no. I don't mean maybe you have to.
You're just hanging out, talking. You're in a relationship, but you don't get to hear those very important conversations.
Let me ask one question. The fact that you don't talk about deep conversation doesn't mean that you guys are not in a serious relationship.
No, you can be in a serious relationship, but you're not talking. You're not communicating.
Everybody puts on their own time, and and most times guys don't like to go deep. So it doesn't look like this one that actually wants a relationship, and it feels like it's just getting more entangled with the girl. So the girls do the digging most times in this African society.
I have a lot of questions I want to ask, I swear. But there's no time.
Yeah.
I want to ask a lot of questions now, but anyway, let's just round off. I actually do not want to talk. I want to talk about. Let me ask one more question. Anybody want to make it all transformer? So as I was saying, when you're in a relationship with someone, should you what kind of thought are you supposed to have? You know they're saying don't. No, not that saying. I said don't have the idea of wanting to marry the person, so that you don't start patching up toxic situation you're supposed to leave.
Yes.
Okay. So now, what kind of mindset are you supposed to have? Since you're not thinking about marrying them, are you supposed to be thinking about dumping them? What are you supposed to think about whenever in a relationship with someone?
For me, I think you should first you need to choose yourself in terms of the fact that you need to know that you're on a journey. So you're kind of moving forward. Before you start looking at saying holding somebody you're on a journey together, you need to work on yourself to an extent. So now when it comes to when you're in a relationship, what you should be expecting, it has to do with how far you worked on yourself. Trust me, because most people actually get married and they don't know how to keep it. They're not right for it yet. It's not about being ready, it's about being mature, being ready for everything that has to do with it. With being committed to somebody. So people have commitment problems. They can't be with one partner for 5 years without screwing somebody else. They can't watch their tongue. They can't control what they say. They can't make sacrifices. Leave friends, leave people. Leave family for a woman. So if you can't do all those things, you can't trust her with money or your business or things that are going on in your life. You're not ready. You're not ready. But for the woman, just focus on yourself. Know that you're on the journey. So this person joined you on your journey. If they're up to it, they continue. If they mess up or they're not up to your standards, they drop off. So it's not about what you expect. So it's you're moving.
Let's just be on the journey together.
Somebody joins me, then you're not getting my way anymore. Bye.
Exactly.
But make sure you keep moving.
If they cry, they go front.
Yeah. If they cry, it's your road.
I know Shama will just round up now.
That's what I get.
Exactly. Now, so guys, I don't want to go, but we have to go.
We have to.
Thank you for having me.
Exactly. Thank you for having him, Abby. Thank you for you having us. Which of them?
Thank you for coming. Thank you for.
I'm still Jakefa, and she's still
Rosa B.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we love you all.
Bye bye.